for sure, we definitely saw how they celebrated and, when they beat us last time. But I think one of my favorite things Coach Sirianni says is, the revenge mindset that lasts for 5 minutes, and then it goes back to your habits. And we know if we focus on our habits and detailed and, TDT, play to our standard, you know, we'll be happy with the outcome. So.
Too official, blew the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, too official.
It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and rocking with me, man, even through these trying times as a New York Giant fan. Please make sure that you like this video. And if you're new to this channel, man, go ahead and subscribe for me. Let's get into another Misery Monday. That was an ass whooping yesterday, man, in more ways than none. Our beloved New York Football Giants fall to 2-6. We're on a 2-game losing streak. 0-5 at away games and 2-1 at home games. And I'm looking at the standings here, and it's interesting because we're 2-6, but the Commanders are 3-4. The Cowboys are 3-4. And although the standings suggest that we are right there, it most definitely doesn't feel like it. And as a Giant fan, we know that we are a lot farther away than what the standings, portray. Unfortunately, man, I think I was right as far as what the Bronco game did to us. I think we are really going to see, I think we've kind of seen our last game of the New York Giants, man, playing inspired football. I think we have come to that time, unfortunately. I mean, it's difficult when you don't believe that you are a team that could go out and get on this winning streak. It is difficult when you have lost important soldiers. It is difficult to bounce back from huge losses where you know that you've given it your all. You know that you've really, and I don't even know how to really say this without, making it sound like how it's going to sound like, but really have done enough to win games. You've just done more to lose them, I guess, but it's hard to just bounce back from all of those factors. Let's talk about yesterday, man. Let's talk about some key takeaways from yesterday. I want to give a New York Giants salute, man, to all of the Philadelphia Eagle fans that was in the building, man. I must say, I thought that was dope that the Philadelphia Eagle fans could give Cam Scatterbo a standing ovation, and I also thought it was powerful. I thought it was powerful because the Eagle Nation, isn't going to give us shit, and we know this. But I think the reason as to why they gave Cam Scatterbo a standing ovation was because they respect the way this man approaches the game, and I thought that was dope. And that just kind of spoke to what Cam Scatterbo brought to this team. And not only just the team, I mean, what he brings to the league, honestly. But as far as this team is concerned, we lost someone who was a huge momentum shifter for us. Definitely a playmaker. And a reminder through action that the standard of what New York Giant football should look like. We lost that. In all respects to Tyrone Tracy Jr., because I'm a fan of Tyrone Tracy Jr. I think he runs the ball well, and I think that we haven't seen the best of Tyrone Tracy Jr., but Tyrone Tracy Jr. doesn't bring what Cam Scatterbo brings to the team. To the team. Huge loss. Huge loss. And this is reminding, I mean, we haven't forgot as Giant fans, but this is after a Malik Neighbors loss. It's not something that is easy for any team to bounce back from, man, especially us. So unfortunately, man, I think that this last game, man, was an ass whooping in more ways than none. But before we actually get into, our doings in that game and the things that we were responsible for, I have to say, man, and for those who've been tuned in to me, for those who've been rocking with me, they know this is not in my makeup, man, to make excuses on losses and things like that, but I have to call it how I see it. The referees were absolutely terrible last game, man, and they really took away from what I think could have been a much more competitive NFC East clashing. Now, before I even go further, because I know people are going to hear that and, they're going to throw up their hands and make it seem like I'm making excuses. Well, I can't go out and definitively say that if the referees give us a fair shot that we win this game. I'm not making that statement. But what I can say and what I do believe is that this sport is a game of momentum. A game of momentum. And if we picked up the momentum early in the game, you just give us a better chance at it at least being more competitive. I think the referees robbed us of that. And I think the referees should be at least at the bare minimum fined, and they deserve to be investigated. That was absolutely a terrible officiating performance. Any and everything that we tried to do to get back in the game, the referees stripped that away from us. And it looked like, if I was a betting man, it looked like that these officials were definitely involved in some gambling scheme, man. And this is just me keeping it 1,000. Me keeping it 1,000. Terrible performance, man. And I don't have to go through the laundry list because I did that in the post-game live stream. But there's a laundry list of things that speak to that. The tush push. I've been someone who's consistently, it's documented. I've been someone who said, listen, stop bitching about the tush push. Just go stop it. Go stop it. But honestly, man, and this is not to the fault of the Philadelphia Eagles, but they need to ban the tush push, because if you cannot officiate it correctly, if you cannot give the opponents their fair shake in this thing, if you strip them from their ability to stop it, then at that point, it is just cheating. It's cheating. And again, this is not the fault of the Philadelphia Eagles. But this goes back to even our first matchup. A clear false start. A clear false start on the Eagles side of things. It wasn't called. And then you have the travesty that we seen yesterday where Kayvon Thibodeau takes the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands, and everything suggests that was a fumble. Even to the point, I've been chopping it up with Eagle fans. Even to the point where Eagle fans have agreed and also said to me, yeah, the officiating looks crazy. It looks wild. Die-hard Eagle fans that know ball. So, again, just a terrible performance, man. And to be honest with you, I think that was a big part of the game yesterday. Now, with that being said, there were things that we could have controlled that was outside of the referees' wrongdoings. I think at times, man, we just play soft as shit. Soft as shit. And again, I think this is a turn of the tide, man, where we're going to start seeing uninspired New York Giant football play. History has taught me that. Unfortunately, we've been here way too many times where we kind of know how this thing goes. A bunch of poor tackling, poor pursuits and angles, just a bunch of bitch-ass shit on the football field, man. I'm going to just call it how I see it. I'm sorry, not sorry. And the truth of the matter is, you know, I've been sitting here week after week getting in front of this mic, and I've been on Coach Dable's, you know, head about this whole thing. But the truth of the matter is, we are a 2-16. I was having a conversation with my brother, and I was, you know, trying to explain to him that, you know, we ain't like the rest of the teams that is at the bottom of the NFL. We better than these teams. And I went on to kind of explain the games that we've been in and how we've competed versus the better teams of the league. And, you know, I went to say all of this different type of shit. And he just looked at me and said, none of that shit matters, because the facts are you are still a 2-16. And he's right. He's right. Because the facts are the facts. We have not learned how to win football games. And there is nothing that you can say to me to make me believe that the head football coach holds no responsibility to that. It's complete asinine when I hear Giant fans say that it is not the head football coach's fault. You give them quarterbacks after quarterback, coaches after coaches, rosters after rosters, and still it is not the head coach's fault. It's sad when I think about players like Cam Scatterbo and what he's brought to the season. The intensity that he's played with. Again, it's not just well respected from me. It's being well respected from the league, from everybody that lines up across from him. We know that any and every time Cam Scatterbo has stepped on the field, he has given us his all. It's sad that we have, you know, our rookie quarterback in Jackson Dart who does the same. Isn't perfect, but for damn sure, it gives us more of a chance, man, to win a game. His approach to the game is everything that we love in a New York Giant football player, but especially in our quarterback. It's a damn shame that we have someone like a Brian Spider-Man Burns who is playing absolutely phenomenal, man. Absolutely phenomenal. He is the prime example of what I believe New York Giant defense should embody. It's a damn shame that you have someone like Wan'Dale Robinson who's been consistently disrespected, who is stepping up and making a name for himself, making big plays out there. It's a shame that we have efforts and consistency from him that isn't being benefited from. It's a damn shame that we have someone like an Andrew Thomas who is playing elite football. Elite football. And not just Andrew Thomas. I'll go ahead and say that our offensive line is playing better than we have seen in quite some time. But I'll stick to the point. Particularly Andrew Thomas. Phenomenal. Phenomenal football being played. Kayvon Thibodeau. Again, another one who's been consistently disrespected. But has been showing y'all and has been proven to y'all that he is nothing to sleep on. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that we have these efforts and these talents that are being on display and being put out there that we are not capitalizing from. It's a damn shame, man. And maybe y'all just are not pissed off enough. Maybe we are different in that way. But for me, there is no excuse. For me, there's absolutely no excuses. I'm done listening to Giant fans, man, looking for all of these different avenues as to why we are ending up in the same position. I'm tired of listening to that shit. The truth of the matter is, nothing is going to change until we dare to be different. So that's where I'm at, man, on this Misery Monday. Let me know in the comments, man. Where's your mental at? Where is your focus at for the remainder of the season? Have you checked out? Have you checked out? Let me know in the comments, man. New York Giants salute to each and every one of you, man, that has been tuned in and that has been rocking with me. Please make sure that you like this video. And also, subscribe. Don't forget to visit the store that is in the description of this video. I will holla at y'all, man. And until I holla at y'all, Fee-Fi-Fo-FUMM. Peace.
AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging nine, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Keep applying pressure to the foes, going closer than I pit, closer than my abyss. Keep away the giant here.